I wish I had my little lapel mic, but this is impromptu. I'm on a long walk. For those of you who have followed me on Instagram, you know I'm kind of into fitness, and right now I'm doing a cut, so I'm still working out hard, but I'm getting this like steady state cardio in a lot more consistently right now, trying to do a bit of a cut, get that body fat percentage down. Anyway, I have told y'all in a couple recent videos that I'm going through one of the most challenging periods of my life. Maybe I haven't put it that bluntly. I'll put it that bluntly now. This is a hard time. This is challenging. Business is very hard right now. It's one of the most difficult times I can remember, and what makes it so difficult is what I at least perceive as an existential threat. It feels like, oh my gosh, I'm in danger of losing everything that I've been working to build, losing everything in particular that I've been working to build and give to my family. So at church recently, I was going through this passage in the book of John where Jesus is talking to people and he says, I'm the vine, you are the branches. And then he says, those who aren't bearing fruit will be cut off. And he says, and those who are bearing fruit will be pruned, which also means getting cut. And on the screen, they showed a picture of this grapevine right before harvest. This thing was lush, like huge bunches of grapes, massive bunches of grapes, all green. It was beautiful. And they also showed a picture of a vine after harvest and after pruning. And it was this withered, brown, totally bare stick. I mean, it just looked like nothing. It was not pretty. There was no color. There was no fruit. But it wasn't dead. It had been pruned. It freaking looked dead. It had been pruned to be prepared to like bear even more fruit the next season. As soon as he showed that picture, I'm telling you, like the second it was on the screen, I was like, that's me. That's me right now. I'm not dead, but I damn sure feel like it, probably look like it to some. I'm afraid I might end up that way. And I just felt this assurance of like, I am being lovingly pruned. The other thing that passage says is that God the Father is the vine dresser. He's the gardener. He's tending to the branches of the vine. And the second that picture was up there, I'm like, that is me, man. Feeling that. It's uncomfortable. And being pruned is still getting chopped up. It's brutal. So I'm reading this book right now. It's called, I believe, Walking with God Through Pain and Suffering. And I grabbed it at church the other day. It was sitting on a shelf where you're allowed to take some books. And I grabbed it because this period of time is just hard. And I wanted to hear what it had to say, you know? And it's talking about the meaning and the value in hard times and suffering and pain and trials. And I guess the point of this video is to say that my belief and my faith is that I am being pruned and prepared to do that which I'm meant to do that which I'm called to do. And that gives me hope through the suffering. In fact, it gives meaning to the suffering. It might be that not only can I thrive in spite of the hard times, it might be that I'm going to thrive in ways that I probably can't imagine because of the suffering, because of the hard times, because of the pruning. And just a minute ago on this walk, I was listening to a podcast and I just had this vision. This person was describing a really hard time they had gone through. And I just suddenly had this vision of me like in the forge. And that's one of the things that it talks about in that book. The forge, where they melt down metals in order to be able to mold them And I just thought, man, like that is what's happening to me. Even if with my business, worst comes to worst, let's just say, let's go all the way there. I go bankrupt, I lose everything. We lose our house. None of the banks will lend to me anymore. Just everything collapses. And I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a scary thought. But even if that happens, it is part of the process of me being pruned. It's part of the process of me being refined in the forge and lovingly being tended to and molded and shaped and crafted into the man that I am meant to become. And I know for a fact that if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you have gone through or are going through something similar. So this is your reminder. This is your reminder that the hard thing you're experiencing is not meaningless. It is not worthless. It is not merely an interruption in an otherwise pleasureful journey. It is a purposeful, meaningful, powerful part. It is necessary. It is needed. Dare I even say, it is loving. Don't forget that. Because of this time, I'm about to start doing some interviews. I'm going to continue to do the same type of videos I've been doing, sort of the vlog style videos, building my company, developing. But I'm also going to start adding in some interviews with friends and fellow entrepreneurs, business owners, people trying to do awesome stuff. And I'm specifically going to talk to them about difficult moments in their journey. I'm thinking about calling it like talks about hard times or hard time talks or something like that. I don't know. Y'all can leave a comment if you got an idea, but I'm going to talk to people about how they've walked through times like this and share it with you, because that's something I know that every single one of us shares. Every single person who is watching this video has gone through something hard, is going through something hard, or is going to. It is just a freaking part of life. It is unavoidable. And I'm tempted to believe that it's valuable rather than life being good except when it's hard, and then we should just avoid that at all costs. I think there's value there. So those videos are coming. If you want to see more, follow the channel, put a like on this video, and let's talk more. See you soon.